what kind of, do you have any sort of book that you've ever read? What's your favorite book, or what has inspired you along your journey?
So my favorite book is this very obscure book that it's nothing like inspirational. It's called Good to Great by Jim
Oh, Jim
Collins.
Collins.
Yeah,
Put the right people on the bus.
that's right.
That's
And
one of
you got
my
to get
favorites.
the wrong ones off the bus,
That's
right?
right. That's one of my favorites.
So I find myself quoting from that book. I read it easily 10, 15 years ago. And I find myself quoting from that book a lot and sharing a lot of that, in terms of people, like in terms of building, like having the good people on your team. You could create so much more. Getting rid of the wrong people, and that's something I think we don't necessarily think about. I think in terms of real estate, you need a team, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you need to have, if you're renting out a property, you need to have a good a management team, right? Somebody's got to collect rent, or so, you need somebody who's going to fix stuff, the
Mm-hmm.
plumbing. You at some point you're going to need a lawyer and maybe an accountant. So team building is important, and you need to build teams early, right? So that I know when I get a call from my tenant that something's leaking, I could text my plumber, and
Yep.
he's gonna, but I'm gonna keep him busy. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make sure that he's getting work, things like that. So I think the concept of good people on your team, how good people will work for you. They
Yeah.
will. Like you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like you encourage them, you build them up, they get something out of it. People, building up people, I think is probably the thing that we don't consider as much as we should. So I learned that from Jim.
Yes, and
Yeah.
people are assets too, right? So
Yeah,
and here's the thing: people are assets, but some of them also liabilities,
they
right?
are,
So
right. You gotta learn
uh,
early, right?
Yeah.
And
yeah,
understand
yeah, and that's
businesses
interesting,
that
right?
work compared to ones that don't work. What
It's
is
interesting you
it?
bring that book up. That's like one of my wife's favorite. That's actually her favorite business book. But she also has an MBA from LaSalle. So like, I
Okay,
wonder if
yeah.
that's something.
They probably made us read it. That's
Yeah, yeah. That's
right. Right.
that's what made me think about that, because I know you got the MBA from LaSalle. So does she, and that's like her
Make
favorite
sure
book.
we put that on our book list.
It's already there.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
Because
they
again,
probably made us read it.
I love that book. I love that book, and that's the one thing I always remember about that. Putting the right people. Because I see so many times, even when we go to analyze a company, Corey, we're looking at a company in the market, and you see that they're putting the wrong people. Like, and we talked
yep.
about
The first thing, that's one of the
thing.
first things I look at. Like, who is the CEO,
Right.
and what is that CEO's track record of building teams and building,
Yeah.
So
building
yeah,
corporations.
so it goes to
So
big
yeah,
businesses and small, but you got to put the right people on the bus, but it also works in your life too, just in
Yeah.
life in general. So
Right.
yeah,
how
great
about that?
choice, great choice.